So yeah, the whole evening gets recorded and edited and goes onto YouTube. So you can listen again if you fall asleep. Or if anything happens to your tech, which can happen, don't worry, you can watch it again there. So we've got a super full moon in Scorpio. So very fiery energy that's been going on now for a few days. You might be finding that you haven't slept very well. That happened to me last night, the last few nights. Strange dreams. And also a real energy of this full moon, because it's in Scorpio, it tends to be one where things start to get a little bit fiery and a lot of warrior energy. And this moon brings out things that need to be revealed. So that could be happening for you in your own life, and it's certainly happening out in the wider world. And that can be a bit uncomfortable. None of us like that. None of us like to see the truth, even when we fear it. To actually have it revealed can be very uncomfortable. So before I just pass over to Annbelle and let her introduce herself, I'm just going to share with you that this meditation is really tonight about transmuting fear. Transmuting our own fear, and also the fear of others and the fear of the planet, people on the planet. In Buddhism, it's called Tonglen, Tonglen. So it's called Tonglen meditation. So I channeled this meditation just literally before I sat down, because I like to write things down just in case my nerves take over and I forget what I want to say. I haven't been doing this long enough to be completely in faith that I won't forget. So I'm going to pass over to Annbelle and let her introduce herself. So Annbelle is a lovely and very dear friend of mine, and we've been working together doing these meditations for quite a long time, probably 8 months maybe. And she's a local lady in Dorset, also a healer and a teacher of Reiki. And I'm just so blessed that she's here, because she's just going to beam energy to you throughout while I do a bit of talking. She's just going to beam her beautiful light to you. So thank you, Annbelle.
Thank you for inviting me, for trusting me to be here and do this. I just moved house last week, so I've moved back to my childhood village of Derweston, which I'm finding really magical. And I just set my healing room up yesterday, and I've been sitting here for about half an hour before the meeting and feeling just lots of very, very powerful energy coming in. And I feel also that tonight will be good for us to equalize that, you know, with that Scorpio energy, a lot of fire, a lot of emotions, being able to channel that energy for what we need to do, but not getting anxious and overridden by the pace of life coming out of lockdown. So I'm feeling that we're going to have some really calming yet energizing, balancing energy. And I'm during the meditation, I go through everybody. I can see you all, I can see your names, and I'll be sending healing to each of you individually, which I absolutely love doing. So thank you for having me. I'll be the crazy, beaming, cheesy grin one over here. And enjoy. Yeah, like Sarah said, get comfy, turn your phone off, make sure you've got a drink with you, and relax into it. And thank you for coming.
Thank you, Annbelle. Thank you so much. When you double up the energies with your beaming light as well, people really do feel it. So thank you. So so know that you will be now receiving energy throughout this next hour. Not only whilst I'm talking through, but Annabelle's beaming to you throughout. And then we will pause occasionally during the meditation just to call in the energies, to call in the angels, the archangels, and the light beings who we work with. Let's get comfortable. So you're going to rest now and close your eyes. Let's just get straight into this now. So you're getting a whole lovely hour of beautiful energy. So just come back to rest wherever you want to be comfortably, and start to close your eyes. And focus into your breathing. And just taking a moment to offer gratitude for this space that we have this evening to spend time together. For this opportunity to come together in sacred space, into community. Something that we've all realized over the past year has become increasingly important. So to know our community, to know our tribe. And if you're living at the moment feeling isolated and that you don't have that in your life, then I hope you can feel it here this evening. There's nearly 40 of us here tonight, probably another 10 or so over on Facebook. So that's a really lovely energy that we're all bringing together. So I want you to imagine that perhaps you're not lying alone in your home this evening, but that perhaps you're lying in a space like you probably did before lockdown, or out in a field or in a wood with lots of people. Just imagine that energy of being together. Let's try and create that through the screen, through the Wi-Fi. And as you lie and pause now, Annbelle and I are just going to take a couple of minutes just to start to tune in. So we're just going to go quiet for a moment while we just tune in and call in the energies, the angels and the archangels. I'm working particularly with Archangel Metatron, calling on him and his sacred geometry, his work with the building blocks of the universe, and calling on him and his planetary grid, his web of light that connects us all. We can imagine ourselves all connected through the heart with light as we sit or lie here this evening. And you could just put out an intention to receive healing this evening, giving Annbelle and I permission to send you angelic, Reiki, distant healing through the spirit, through the ether. You could just make a short statement like, I am willing to receive, or I give permission to Saira and Annbelle. I open my heart to receive love, to receive light. And our intention for you is for the healing to be received for your highest good. So wherever it's needed, we don't have an intention other than for your healing to reach the root of your soul in this incarnation, this embodiment of yourself here on earth at this time. And we ask that this healing brings a lightness, a softening to any tension in your body, any sharp edges in your heart that can be smoothed out now and softened. And for a sense of release in your mind, for any afflictions in your mind to just be remedied through the healing this evening, for your mind to become more gentle, more peaceful. And I'm just going to take one moment just to scroll through and make sure that I've repeated each of the names. I'm sure Annabelle's done the same already, just to make sure I've repeated all the names of everyone here. Before we begin, good. So just lie back, relax, be bathed in healing light. So this meditation is to help to transmute fear that we feel for ourselves, fear that transmutes through our loved ones, and the fear of all humanity on the planet at this time. A much needed meditation, a much needed healing. Let's just begin with some relaxation. So just becoming aware of your breath in and out through your nostrils. Feeling the air as it enters the nostrils, the coolness as you inhale. And feeling the air as you exhale, a little bit warmer on the exhale. Listen to the sound of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. And feel the rise and the fall of your chest and your belly as you breathe in and out. And then bring awareness to your toes, all 10 toes, and just feel that they can soften and relax. Sending that softness through the feet into your heels and into your ankles. Sending that softening and relaxing, that heaviness into the floor through the calves and the backs of the knees and through the backs of the thighs. Releasing the back of the body through the hips, letting go of any tension that you're holding in your sit bones. Layer after layer of release through the hips. And through the whole of the back, so from the base of your spine, releasing vertebra by vertebra, up into your neck. Relaxing the sides of the back and the shoulder blades. Relaxing the top of the shoulders and down over the shoulders to the upper arms and into the elbows. Feel that really letting go. There might be movement as you relax your shoulders and arms. From elbows to forearms down into your wrists. And then relax into your hands and all 10 fingers of your right hand and your left hand. And then draw a relaxed, soft energy back up to your neck. And then let go through the back of the head. Imagine that the whole of the head is heavy. Like the head is like a boulder, like concrete, just sinking back into whatever surface you're lying on. And then feel the energy through the crown of the head. And then down over the muscles of the face, so the forehead, the eyebrows, and the eyes. Let the eyeballs themselves really sink back into their sockets as you release across the temples and over your cheeks, your nose and the tip of the nose. And then softening over the upper lip, the lower lip, even aware of relaxing in the inside of the mouth and the tongue. The chin, the jaw, the ears, and the throat. Relaxing the collarbone and the chest, the abdomen, and the belly. Feel yourself letting go. Releasing into a divine energy that we're calling on tonight. Within this energy of this powerful super moon, for us to be able to feel that energy within our hearts, within our bodies, within our minds. And so imagine now that there is a light beaming down from that divine source through the crown of the head, through Sahasrara. Feel it moving down through the column of your neck, down through your body, down through your spine, into your base of your back, and then down through your legs and into your feet. Imagine that this energy, this divine energy, is aligning you into this powerful energy of this supermoon, aligning you into all the change that is coming, all the transformation that is so abundant on the planet at this time, aligning you into universal source. Feel this beam of energy moving down through your feet into the earth and connecting you more strongly into your earth star, which resides just below the feet, about 12 inches below the feet into the earth. Feel that this is your grounding, this is your core, this is your anchor into the life that you're living, the incarnation, the embodiment of your soul to this earth, to this lifetime. And feel also that this beam of energy connects you into your soul star, which resides above the head, so that you are in complete balance. Know that you are exactly where you were meant to be now at this moment. Know that everything is happening exactly as it should be here, now, in this moment. Feel connected to that truth, to that alignment of energy. So this full supermoon is a fire energy in Scorpio. It's very warrior-like. There's also other energies running through, planetary energies at the moment, that haven't incarnated on this planet for many, many years, many centuries, many eons. And this is bringing out truths. It's revealing falsehoods. It's like we're wearing a head torch and we're shining on shadow. We're lightening shadow. We're seeing darkness. And many of us find that very, very hard because, of course, we want to live in a little bit of a bubble where all is well and all is tranquil and we can be happy and peaceful, getting on with our lives simply, happily with our families, our friends and our loved ones. But this is what's happening now. This is where we are. This is how it's supposed to be. So let's work with those energies. Many of us have been waiting and hoping that truths will come out and be revealed. We've been hoping that a bright light will shine on darkness soon. Some of us have been waiting just a short time. Some of us have been waiting a lifetime. Some of us were born to help shine that light. And some of us were born to help others as that light gets brighter and more darkness is revealed. And that's why we're here tonight, to help to support you. Now, this time of revelation, of truth being revealed, is coming now. And it will not be long until all of this planet begin to awaken into this new energy of change. So breathe deeply and relax into this healing energy now. There has been a great change in the energy of the planet that is changing reality, speeding things up, moving us into a new vibration, a new frequency. This is an energetic change unlike anything that has been seen on this planet in living memory, and perhaps not for at least 12,000 years. This change has brought about great chaos and great disharmony, thrown much into disarray and caused a great deal of fear. But many have been immune to that fear and have managed to hold the light energies for others. We continue to hold that light as we push forwards, envisioning with great hope and great faith that there is another way to be here on earth. There is another way to look after our Mother Earth and all that live on her, all of nature, all the creatures and wildlife. There is a way to be kinder and not pollute and create toxicity for our earth. We feel that there is another way for us to look after each other, that surely love is the answer, rather than greed and power and control. Many of us just wish to reach out to each other and care and love for each other just as the way we love our families and our friends, to take that love out wider into our community, to reach out to those who suffer, to help and support. And that is the new way. There is coming a time when the end will come to top-down power. And instead we will start to look to each other to find the solutions. Community is the way through. You've been supported by the light beings, the star people, and the light and star councils that surround the earth and remain close to the earth at this time. They came through to us many decades ago when they could see the trouble the planet was in, back in the last century. And many souls then began to be sent in as messengers, as healers, as teachers, as carers, as lovers of the planet and of each other. And you may feel, you may have felt for a long time that you are one of those. The messages of the light beings, the star councils, have been getting through. Both the messages that they leave us imprinted into reality for all of us to witness, as well as the messages that they give us in our dreams and meditations, or when we listen to others who channel the messages and the guidance and the wisdom, whether they know that that's what they're doing or not. We feel drawn to those who offer words of wisdom and kindness and love and support at this time. And it's vital that you keep your connection with your vibration of light at this time, to keep seeing and listening for the guidance that will hold you firm and hold you steady, so you can hold the energies for others. You have all been chosen to be here now to witness the embodiment of divine light and love on earth. You have been chosen to stand strong and firm as all around seems to descend into insanity. You have been chosen to be here to help to transmute fear and darkness. You have been chosen to be here for others as they begin to stir out of their slumber and begin to awaken. You patiently wait, but you're ready when they need you. Do not be concerned for those who remain stuck, like their feet are cemented in stone and their eyes cannot see. See them in a light of compassion and forgiveness. And just patiently wait for those whose feet come unstuck and for whose eyes begin to see the truth. We all have been chosen to incarnate as souls at this time, to evolve with our beautiful planet. You have worked hard, and now it is time for you to rest and receive. So before we go any further, Annabelle and I are going to tune in once again and send you healing light before we continue with our meditation. And just allow this, receive it, be open to receiving. Just feeling that vibration of light, the frequency around you. And receiving it wherever it's needed at this time for you. Now just place your hands onto your heart, perhaps your left hand first and then your right hand on top. And just really breathe into Anahata, into your heart space. You might want to imagine a pink healing energy here. I just want you to ask yourself 2 questions. Do I feel fear? What is it I am afraid of? Now I want you to imagine that behind you is a beautiful presence of divine energy, Shakti source energy, God, angelic, celestial energy behind you, holding you now, bathing you in beautiful light, like a mother holds her child, unconditionally. There is nothing that this divine presence does not love about you. There is nothing that this divine presence does not forgive what you have done. There is nothing and no part of you that this divine presence does not wish to fill with abundant light and healing. To really feel that divine presence, you might want to imagine this divine presence as a light or as a figure, perhaps an angel with wings, whatever feels right for you. And then I want you to imagine that in front of you almost like you're looking into a mirror. You can see your fearful self. Imagine yourself afraid. Allow yourself to go there. Just allow yourself to look at that darker part, that shadow part of fear. The discomfort that it creates. Or you could imagine the fear itself. You might want to represent the fear as images of the things that you are afraid of. Imagine them there in front of you. And then we're going to transmute our fears. We're going to transmute that fearful self. So as we inhale, I want you to imagine that as you inhale, you're drawing all that fear into your heart, into the back of your heart. And as you exhale, you're releasing it through the back of your body into that beautiful love, that divine presence, that source, that Shakti energy, letting it go. We're going to do that again. We're going to inhale. We're going to draw in those fears, or that fearful you. We're going to draw them into the heart. We're going to breathe them in. We're going to allow them in to transmute them, drawing them back to the back of the heart. And then exhale to let them go into divine source, into divine presence through the back of the body. Again, inhale, feel that fear drawing into your heart. And then release that fear out and into divine presence. And just continue to do that for a few minutes now. Just continuing to just imagine and visualize fear transmuted through an inhale into your heart and exhale into God, into divine. Now I want you to imagine again, just relax your body, let that go, feel loved, feel held and supported. I want you to imagine someone you love, who you know feels afraid at this time of something, someone you care about, someone you perhaps wish that you could do more for at this time to help and support them. Someone who's very stuck, perhaps, frightened, someone who's lost their love of life through fear, perhaps really isolated themselves, not left the house for a long time, or just afraid of everybody and everything. So just imagine that person now in front of you, stood in front of you. Imagine them and all their fear. You might see their face. Perhaps they look pale or tired. Perhaps they have literally become a shadow of their former selves through their shadow taking over their light. So we're going to do the same for them. We're going to imagine that we're inhaling their fear into our heart. We're taking it. And then we're exhaling it out through the back into that beautiful divine presence, into that source energy. That can take all the darkness of the planet with its light. Again, inhale, feel that fear drawing in of that person, take it from them, transmute it into your heart, and then exhale, let it go out through the back into God. Again, inhale, draw their energy in, draw their fears in, like a mother takes the fear of their child with a hug, with a caress. Take it into your heart. And exhale to let it go, release it into divine soul. And just continue doing that for a few more breaths. And then before we move on, I just want you to really feel a sense that Annabelle and I here tonight, sending you healing, are holding your energy. We are holding you in the light so that you can continue to take the next step in this meditation. Feel strong now and feel held by us. Feel strong and held by the energy that we are channeling to you through this meditation. And imagine all humanity now and all the fear that lives within humanity at this time on this earth. You might want to imagine that represented by a globe of all of the earth hovering in front of you, in front of your closed eyes, or you might wish to see and imagine just billions of people. Feel the fear of humanity, feeling held by us as you do. We're going to imagine in front of us, we're going to visualize the energy that people feel at this time, fear for their health, fear for their loved ones and their families. The fear that's produced by the media all over the world now. There's nowhere in the world that is not infected by the fear produced by the media. Witnessing here now the fear of all those who live in oppressive regimes, the fear of all of those who have already lost their freedom or who fear losing more of their freedom. The fear of all the people on the planet right now who fear losing their home and descending into poverty, deeper poverty. The fear of not having enough to eat or enough to drink, or to be able to support one's children. Feel held by us as we all together bring support as we imagine the ultimate fear, the fear of death through humanity, the fear of desperation and despair, fear of loneliness and isolation, fear of change, the fear of loss, and the fear of fear. We're going to transmute that energy now. This is powerful work that we're doing here together in community as tribe. We're going to inhale that fear into our hearts. Feel that in your heart. And exhale to let it go through the back of the body into divine soul. Inhale, feel that fear of all humanity on the earth at this time. Draw it into our hearts. Our hearts have abundant light because they are connected to divine source. Exhale them through the back of the body into that Shakti energy. Once more, inhale, breathing fear in. Exhale, breathing fear out, transmuting it into light. Breathing in and exhaling into gold. Breathing in and exhaling into light. Breathing in and exhaling into pure source energy. Breathing in and breathing out into celestial love. Now just let go and relax. Release through your arms and your legs, your hands and your feet. Relax through your hips, your spine and your head. This is powerful work. This is work we do to support ourselves and others. This is powerful work we do because this was why we were sent to be here at this time, why we incarnated, why we embodied our souls into these human bodies at this time. We choose. We are chosen. We are all chosen. We choose to transmute dark energy into light. To feel loved now, feel support now for yourself. And feel the energy of the angels, the archangels and the seraphim. As Annbelle and I again come to sit in light and send to you all. as this healing comes through, this new earth energy, this pure source light energy that's reaching the earth at this time abundantly in ways it has not been able to penetrate through for many, many thousands of years. It's being received now in ways that will transform human consciousness. Many of you feel this already. Many of you know this. It won't be long now until all will be revealed. And the change will come so beautifully, so perfectly, so well orchestrated in love and in light, that you will wonder why you were ever afraid, why you ever felt fear about what may be to come. You will be able to smile and relax and sit back and wonder why you ever questioned the divine energy and its ability to shine light on darkness. And you will breathe a sigh of relief knowing that disarray and chaos, disharmony, insanity has simply been a part of the healing process. And this healing that's been coming to you this evening is helping you to awaken further, to awaken dormant DNA codes that reside within you, to build up your strength as a human being, to build up your connection and your alignment into the light. Now has been the time, known by all souls, that now is the time that our DNA codes will begin to be shaken and awakened. You might sometimes feel that as a sensation in your body or around your temples, like a pressure in your skull. You may feel dehydrated or very tired. You may feel that you're going through great leaps, ups and downs. No, that's all part of the process of awakening into your purpose. So feeling once again that beautiful light pouring down through the crown of your head, through the body and down into the earth. Feel that great, abundant light source energy. And Annbelle and I have an intention for you now that you will continue to receive this healing light as this full moon continues to affect us with its energy, its magnetic energy, for the next few days at least. So begin to feel your body again here now. Feel your toes and your feet. Feel your legs, your hips, and your back. Feel your arms and where they rest onto the floor. Feel your hands and your fingers. And feel the back of the head heavily on your shoulders or back into the surface that you're sitting or lying on. And then just very, very gently begin to move the body now. So just gently begin to maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You might want to have a little stretch, maybe move the head slightly side to side. Breathe a little bit more deeply. Allow a yawn or a sigh to come. And then if you're lying on your back, maybe just hug the knees in and release the lower spine a little bit, and then roll over to your right side. Of course, feel free to stay exactly where you are and not move at all. That's absolutely fine. So gently, when you're ready, come up to sit. Keep the eyes closed for a few more moments. Bring the hands into your heart. And just take a moment to offer gratitude for any experience that you've had here tonight as an individual, whether it was a deep relaxation or a falling asleep, whatever you felt, whatever you experienced, or just simply the opportunity to be quiet and still in sacred space and community for an hour. Just take a moment to come into that energy, that vibration of gratitude that is the highest form, an expression of love. And Annbelle and I just wish to express our gratitude to you for joining us this evening, for allowing us to support you and to hold the energies for you as we transmute fear. And also offering great gratitude to the divine for the opportunity to be here in this life, incarnated at this time, witnessing the greatest transformation this planet has ever seen. You might just like to bow your head. You might like to bring your thumbs up to your forehead as you blink your eyes open. And then lifting the head. Namaste. The light in me bows to the light in you, into all of you. And a huge thank you to Annbelle there for sending and beaming your light to us all. I feel it too from you, Annbelle. It's so lovely.